been a minute. I hope I can hear, or you can hear me over Selah's show. She's watching Baby Shark. I have not filmed in a couple of days. 4 days. I really wanted to, but definitely not feeling the best. I think it's a sinus infection. Even Walker and Selah are feeling this way. So I probably won't film myself too much more than this because I know I look crazy. Instead, I wanted to film and show you my plans for the homeschooling year, as well as next year, and just getting everything ready and how I go about doing that. This is me refilming because my intro looked like sugar honey iced tea, and if you don't know what sugar honey iced tea is, I'm gonna let you ponder on that for a minute. Okay, yeah, that's how I feel. Exactly. Like, we feel awful. Sinus infection, I think. And I thought putting my hair up would make me look better, and it gave me a huge forehead. So just go ahead and say it in the comments. I have a big, glossy, shiny forehead, but that's okay. We're going to talk about planning the year for homeschooling. Yeah, I'm tired, so just excuse the mess, okay? We're planning the year for homeschooling and how I go about doing that, and just explaining my crazy method. Okay, sounds good. Just want to show you my cute little $2 journal. I think it was the best investment ever. It says live today, sorry because of that shadow. Live today, hope for tomorrow, inspire others, love always, laugh much, imagine peace, find truth, and be happy. Alright, so because we live in the state of Georgia, I hope you can see this, but I wrote down all of Georgia requirements. Tilt it up a little bit. So annual declaration of intent to be sent in. I believe that's by September 1st of every year. We have to cover 5 basic subjects: math, science, English language arts, reading, and social studies. No less than 180 days and at least 4.5-hour days. After 3rd grade is completed, we have to do standardized testing every 3 years, starting at the end of that 3rd grade year. And then we have to keep 3 years of assessment reports. And then, I mean, obviously, as a homeschool mother, father, whatever, you have to have a diploma, which I do. So I did not write that down, but this is just for my information. Oh, are you okay, buddy? So that way I can always go back and look and see what we need to do. So this year, pre-K year, we started June 22nd. We do 4 days of the week, Monday through Thursday. So we do school what I consider year-round. So we started June 22nd. We plan on ending May 13th. And that will be 152 days. Not quite that 180, but I will show you what I do. What, buddy? Make sure. Yes. Okay. So here is attendance for gymnastic days. So she does 45 minutes every Wednesday. Again, started June 22nd, ended May 13th. So that's 42 days of gymnastics that she did during the school year. And then attendance for field trips. And this is how I do that. And I leave room, I have on the back, for additional information. But attendance for field trips, June 4th through June 12th. We did a Helen trip, and that was before we started school, but I still considered it. We did a lot of camping in the camper, and so we did some camping and nature study. And that was 6 days, July 15th, 2020 through July 18th, 2020. We had David and Renee's wedding, and when we did that, we considered that a nature study. They had some chickens and other animals there, so that was farm animal fun learning. And then they also had a creek down there, so we learned about some fish and things and talked about that. And that was 4 days of attendance on that. And then we did have a funeral that we just went to. That was January 6th and through January 10th of 2021. If you had watched my video, that's pretty much when we started filming. And then that was from Missouri and then also Tennessee. And we consider that life skills. We went to that Tennessee Valley Train Museum. We also did some camping, some nature study. It also snowed, so we talked about weather, and that was 5 days of attendance. Look, his little butt trying to get up there. What are you doing? Your little button's all popped out. And I gave myself extra space because I know I was writing more when it came to the field trips. So this is what I had already wrote last year when I wanted to start for pre-K math. So I wrote down all of my subjects first, everything that I wanted or knew that I needed based off of Georgia requirements. Math, reading, language arts, science, social studies, other, and physical education. And that's how I would start it. Then I started to do my research. We, for the pre-K year, have done Masterbooks K for math because she went straight through the pre-K. Sit, Walker. Sit. Sayla, I don't need you on camera, baby. Sayla, move. Okay, sorry about that. I didn't want him to fall. We did Masterbooks K, and I just write full year. If I'm using it the entire year, if I'm doing semesters, I'll do half years. Reading, we did Mother Goose, Nursery Rhymes for Poetry Tea Time, and that was a full year. We're also doing a full year of Indescribable, which is devotions. Down here on Language Arts, we're doing The Good and the Beautiful Pre-K. That's a half year. The Good and the Beautiful K Primer. That's a half year. She's actually about to finish the Pre-K and then start on that K Primer at the end of January. Handwriting for Littles, she has finished. That was supposed to be a full year of that, but she has finished it. And she is working on the 3-minute gratitude journal that she got for Christmas. So that's going to be a half year from Christmas to May. Science, The Good and the Beautiful Safety, that was a half year. She's finished it. The Good and the Beautiful Arthropods is what we're about to start on, so that's going to be a half year. I believe we're going to do another half year of arthropods into the kindergarten year plan. We did social studies up here. We did the DK workbook, geography pre-K. She's finished that, so we did that a half year. And now we are doing ABC Mouse, People and Places, which is a half year. We're also we just put down ABC Mouse as other, because that's something that she'll go and get on my phone and do. And then as for physical education, we do gymnastics full year. So from there, once that is planned out, I flip over to this other side, and no, I do not have one yet. But I wrote on the top pre-K year assessment. So this is where I'm going to write everything as far as goals, what she's learned, and what she needs to work on for the next year here to keep for myself as information. I gave myself 4 or 5 different pages to write that out. And then on to the kindergarten year plan. So same concept, I wrote out each subject, and then I filled it in with what we plan on doing and for how long. Masterbooks 1, full year. Some read alouds we want to do, as well as poetry tea time. On down for language arts, The Good and the Beautiful, handwriting, and language arts K. Science, we intend on finishing the arthropods. I don't know why I wrote oral presentation there, because I meant for that for this coming semester. So I'll probably scratch that out. She wants to do mammals, and then I found a book that I wanted to do at least one experiment per month for the full year. I'm in it 77 fairly safe science activities for Bible lessons. I thought that was pretty cool. So it's Bible activities and experiments. And then on to the back, social studies. And then for other, I want to do a Skill Sharpeners Critical Thinking grade K book for half of the year. And then the other half, I want to do a coping skills for kids. And then hopefully gymnastics. Again, kindergarten year assessment. I gave myself some room. And then I went ahead and started planning for first grade today. So first grade, we planned math, level 2 master books, because she's 1 year ahead on that. Some read alouds for reading and poetry tea time. Also the poetry tea time companion, British and American poems for poetry tea time. Language arts, we're going to do level 1 as well as level 1 handwriting and the good, the beautiful. She picked out today that she wanted to do water in our world from the good and the beautiful science as half a year, and marine biology as half a year for the good and the beautiful science. Social studies, we're going to start the good and the beautiful social studies at this point, and then I also wanted to purchase the historian book and just go through that and find out a couple of facts is I think how I want to do that. And when it comes closer to time, I will film what I end up doing. And then as far as other, I want to do How Great Is Our God, full year, the good and the beautiful creative arts and crafts. I want to do that half year, and then nature notebook the other half of the year. So I'm thinking maybe like summer, not summer, maybe spring, summer time doing the nature notebook, and then fall, winter time doing the good and the beautiful, something along those lines. And then for the full year, I want to do the American Sign Language. I don't know why I didn't write it. Flashcards is what it's supposed to say. And then hopefully gymnastics for physical education a full year, unless she decides to do something differently. And again, I put at the very top, first grade year assessment. So this way I can fill in attendance. I have all of my laws. I have all of, I can log all of our field trips, and then I can go through and figure out what I want to do as far as planning, do the assessments, and have those all logged in the same area, so I'm not flipping through 10 different notebooks looking for everything. So I think that's how I'm going to do it from now on, and just keep doing it like this, and then I'll let you know as far as planning for like arthropods. I think that'll be our next video, is planning for that, because I want to take a week of planning and then hopefully start that in about 2 weeks. I know the first 2 or 3 lessons are pretty simple, intro lessons, and then I think it's lesson 3 that she will actually pick a theme, like an insect or something along those lines, to do an oral presentation. So we'll probably spend the rest of the semester until May working on that oral presentation, so she can do that in front of family and friends. So that will be fun. That will be her first oral presentation. So if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share, like my video. I'm so sorry, I probably look horrible, but that's reality. Bye.